They done let me in the door. They done gave your boy a chance, now the youngin' finna blow. It's a shame finna put the game in the figure four.
Yo, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, man. Fuck it. You ain't gotta like, you ain't gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new. Now, in this video, we're talking about Attack on Titan, but in particular, we're talking about Attack on Titan chapter 136 and explaining why Zeke is shown inside the paths. Now, I have waited so long for Zeke to be revealed. Like, I don't know how many videos I done made, like, so many countless of videos explaining like where he could be at, you know. And in those videos I said like, hey, maybe he's creating Titans, maybe he took Ymir's place, because the biggest mystery was that now that Ymir is free, who the fuck is now creating Titans? That was the biggest question that everybody had, like, who the fuck is creating Titans now that Ymir is no longer bound to be in the paths and she has free will? So like, who is creating Titans? And I'm glad that I was right, that it's obviously Zeke. Like, this motherfucker is not making sandcastles, he's obviously making Titans. The only question that needs to be answered is where the fuck was he at the whole time, because we've seen the paths a lot. Every time we've seen the paths, we never seen an inch of fucking Zeke nowhere, you know. And it's really weird that we see him now, you know. And I even said like, that's a weird place to end the fucking chapter off. I said that in my review, like, it's weird to see him in the past when we've seen the past countless of times throughout the last couple of fucking chapters, you know. And for him to show up now, it's like, okay, this is very important. So let me try my best to explain why Zeke is being shown now inside the paths, right? The paths that we're seeing that Armin and Zeke is in is obviously a different version of the paths. And this correlates with what Zeke says to Armin, like, hey, Ymir HU2, I guess, you know? We all know the reason why Armin is inside the paths at this moment is because he is in the mouth of a Titan. So it would make sense that Zeke is also in the mouth of a Titan as well. The only question is, hey, when the fuck did Zeke get eaten? Like, did it happen off camera or what? Like, what the fuck is going on here? And in my opinion, I don't want to feel like it happened off camera. I feel like it happened literally in front of our face. Like, the only place in time that I can think of that Zeke got fucking eaten is chapter 122, when Eren first transformed into the Founding Titan. And it kind of makes sense because he did have Eren's head in his fucking hand, you know. So it makes sense that while Eren was transforming, he possibly ate Zeke at the same fucking time, you know. Now, I don't think he ate him. I think he's just holding him inside the mouth along with himself, right? Because I feel like Eren is probably inside the mouth of the Titan as well. Like, that's the only place that he could kind of really sit at, because like I said in my review, I don't want to believe that Eren is strung up inside the neck of the Titan. Like, it's nowhere for him to really sit at. But if you think about it, he can sit in the neck because the neck is big enough for him to sit in it. But like I said, he's just too exposed inside the neck. So it only makes sense that he's inside the head of the Titan, most likely inside the mouth of the Titan, along with Zeke's physical body. Because right now, because of the fact that we're seeing Zeke in a different form, and like, he got his clothes back and stuff like that, his hair is shorter, we're seeing a different version of Zeke. This is not physically Zeke. I feel like this is spiritually Zeke inside a different version of the paths. So when Armin got eaten, obviously he got took into the same version of the paths that Zeke is now being held at, and is being a slave to making Titans for Ymir and Eren. So the reason why it's so many motherfucking Titans that's on Eren's back is because most likely it's Zeke that is sending them through paths. Now that we know that this is a different version of Zeke inside this fake version of the paths, and the reason why we know that this is a fake version of the paths is because if this was the same paths, then they would see Kid Eren walking around that motherfucker, you know? Like, they would see that motherfucker running around saying this is freedom, you know? So obviously this is a different version of the paths. Now, the only thing that I can think of on why it's different versions of the paths is because this is probably how Ymir can stop them from getting to Eren, you know, because Eren's physical body is obviously inside the mouth of the Titan and he's unconscious. So I feel like they won't be able to talk to him in this form. So the only way how they can talk to Eren is when he's in his kid form. So what Eren did was, okay, he got the power of the founder, he told everybody about his plan, right? And then when he got to Marley, he obviously fell asleep. Now, he brought his kid self in the situation, and when his kid self seen the paths, obviously he was his own individual person, because he reacted to the paths like he just now first seen it, like he called it freedom. Where when Eren first got to the paths, he didn't really say, he was intrigued, but he didn't really say anything, you know? He didn't really react to the way how Kid Eren reacted. Like, I feel like Kid Eren was, at that point in time, was an individual person. But after that, and when Eren fell asleep, like adult Eren fell asleep, he obviously transferred his consciousness inside Kid Eren and took control of his kid self and took his fucking freedom away. And that is how Eren can physically be inside the real world and spiritually be inside the paths at the same time. And it's kind of the same thing with Zeke, right? Zeke, we haven't seen Zeke in a long time. We haven't seen Zeke since Ymir picked Eren to give the power to over him. We haven't seen Zeke since then, right? So what I'm guessing is the same thing that happened to Eren happened to Zeke. So when Zeke got consumed by Ymir, Zeke's physical body is in the mouth of Eren's Titan, right? But his consciousness is now inside this new form of Zeke in this different version of the past. You know, it kind of makes sense. It makes sense that you need a different body to spiritually move around in the past. It makes sense. And that's why Eren brung his kid self in this situation so that he can move around spiritually inside the past. And literally, Isayama foreshadowed all that shit, because when you can see future Eren as the shadows of kid Eren or teenage Eren, that is Isayama foreshadowing that Eren is living with inside his kid self, you know? It makes sense. So that is the reason why Eren brought his kid self into the situation, because he needed a body to live spiritually within the fucking past. And the same thing is going down with Zeke. Now, if you look at this certain situation, it's now 3 people in the past. You got Eren spiritually inside his kid self in the real past, like the real version of the past. And then you got Zeke spiritually inside a whole different new body in this different version of the past. But you also have Armin there now, right? But with Armin's situation, it's fucking different, because Armin is consciously in a new body in this different version of the past, but his physical body is now in the past as well, you know? And even Armin even realized this. He's like, wait a minute, like, I'm dead, so how am I still breathing and knowing what happens, you know? And that's because he's consciously in a new body, while his physical body is fucking dead. So I think Armin at this point in time is dead. But Ymir transferred his consciousness into this new body. So because Ymir did it, obviously they need Armin to do something in the fucking paths. Maybe Armin will try to convince Zeke to stop making Titans, you know? And maybe that is how they get out of the situation. That's the only thing that I can think of. Like, they need Armin to talk Zeke out of, you know what I'm saying, being a slave to Eren and Ymir. But this whole situation that is happening is the reason why I believe that Eren is not in control. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep saying it until I get proven wrong, until I see this shit in the manga. Like, I'm going to keep saying it. We have to actually realize what the fuck Zeke said to Armin. He said to Armin, like, oh, Ymir must have ate you too. Right? We all know that Ymir physically didn't fucking eat him. Like, we all know that Eren fucking ate him. Obviously, when Eren first transformed. We all know that Armin just got eaten by some Titan that like a fucking pig. I forgot what the fuck the name is called. Somebody told me in the comments where, like, what it really is. I forgot what it is. So I'm gonna call it the pig Titan for right now, you know? But Armin gets eaten, and he ends up in the past consciously in his new body, looking over his other body that is now dead, you know? And then he confronts Zeke, and Zeke says, oh, Ymir must have ate you too. I feel like if Eren was truly in control of all of this, I feel like Zeke would have said, oh, Eren ate you too. But he says, Ymir ate you too. It's Ymir, dude. I'm 100% sure that Ymir is in control of everything at this point, you know? Like I said, for Eren, it's okay because this had to happen. Like I said, he needed Ymir to pick him and give him the power and give her freedom. He had to give up something in order to gain this power. I feel like he had to give up his freedom in order to be in this position that they're in right now. I've always said that it's really weird when Eren reveals his plan to everybody and bring everybody to the past and tell them, like, hey, the rumbling starts, and then when he gets to Molly, he's unconscious and his body is moving by his fucking self, but he's spiritually in his kid self in the past having fun and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and calling the freedom. Like, bro, he's not in control of his fucking body. Ymir is doing this shit. Ymir is fucking doing this shit. Even Armin realized, like, okay, it's not Eren that's trying to kill us. It's Ymir. And we can't really do nothing about it because her power is invincible. You know what I'm saying? Her power is fucking limitless. The only way they could beat Ymir, because I feel like she is the final villain, but in this story, it's not really who the villain or the good guy is. It's about whose side are you on, the Alliance, or are you on Eren's side? If you're on the Alliance side, obviously you're gonna feel like Eren's the bad guy because he's fighting against them. That's war. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking war. It's all about perspective. So I feel like Ymir is now, I feel like she's the real fucking enemy at this point. She's the real enemy at this point. She's doing all this shit for Eren. I truly believe he cannot physically do this mission. I feel like he just could not do it. Like, I feel like he can't just sit there and kill his friends, you know? I feel like he just can't fucking do it. No matter, like, it would hurt him. Like, I feel like he was just like, you know what, I don't want to do this shit. Like, y'all kill me. You know, it would truly fucking hurt him. So it makes sense that he needs Ymir to do it for him, you know? And for her to take over his body, send him and transfer his consciousness inside his kid, so let him watch how everything unfolds from the past, just like how Ymir did when she first got to the past. She literally watched everything unfold. She watched how her kid ate her, you know what I'm saying, and how they transferred her power and how the first king did with her power, you know? She watched how everything unfolded. So it's only right that maybe Eren is doing the same thing, watching how everything unfolds from the past with no control of how to stop Ymir. She's going too fucking far. So the only way to stop her is to literally shut off her power source, which is Eren. Eren right now is her power source. So they have to do what Gabby said. Literally take Eren's head off and find the fucking founder titan within Eren's fucking spinal cord. The spinal cord, basically. They have to literally destroy that, you know? Or maybe eat it, if anything. Because like I said, if they kill Eren, I don't think that the Colossal Titans are going to fucking stop the rumbling. So the only way they can stop the rumbling if they have somebody eat Eren's fucking titan. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it could be Falco. Because somebody did point something out to me that Falco eyes changed in the motherfucking manga chapter. And I didn't really realize it until somebody said it. I was like, oh shit, my theory might come true that this motherfucker might become the Attack Titan. Everything is set up. I feel like all this shit is planned out. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is planned out. The only way they can make this situation better if Armin can convince Zeke to stop making titans. That's the only way they can make this situation better. Then after Armin convinced Zeke to do that, I feel like Armin will then convince Zeke to basically heal Armin's physical body. Because like I said, his physical body is fucking dead. But he's consciously in this new body in this different version of the past. So I feel like Zeke will literally heal Armin and bring him back to life, send him through paths, but send him through as the Colossal Titan and killing Levi. Like, because I feel like Levi's going to stab Armin at the same time and literally make Armin transform and blow up Levi and blow up part of Eren's Titan, revealing the dead body of Zeke and the unconscious body of Eren. This is most likely what the fuck is going to happen in this situation, right? And I feel like Armin is going to transform in the next fucking chapter, you know? Maybe even the chapter after that. Somewhere he's going to transform. And he's going to need Levi to basically give him the motivation to transform and give him the goal to transform, because right now Armin is at his lowest point, and by him not being connected to his physical body, he's spiritually like he's free now, you know. He's able to actually, like, damn, I can let everything out now, you know, and I don't got anything holding me back. Like, damn, this body was holding me back, you know. And he needs Levi to remind him that, hey, I chose you over Irvin. Like, remember that. That was my choice. I believe in you, and you need to believe in yourself. And Armin also needs the help from Zeke to basically create his Titan and set him through paths. That is most likely how it's going to happen. Now, what Isayama get this transferring consciousness into different bodies from is real life, you know? Everybody that's a Christian and believe in God, believe that, hey, when you go to heaven, you get a brand new body. Like, if you was crippled, like, you know what I'm saying, excuse me for saying this, but if you was crippled and you couldn't walk, then people believe that once you go to heaven, you'll be blessed with this new body where you can walk, you know? And that's where Isayama probably get this transferring consciousness and giving people new bodies so they can move around in the paths, you know? And this is crazy. This is crazy. I can't believe that I explained that. I didn't I wanted to talk about this shit in the review, but like I said, I got to make videos, you know, so I got to make 3 videos, so I can't really say too much when I review. And trust me, I want to let everything fucking out at the end of that video. I wanted to let everything out, but I was like, you know what? I got to make videos. I got to make fucking 3 videos, so I can't say too much. but I will say enough so that you can, you know what I'm saying, at least get some type of explanation and, you know what I'm saying, some type of light shined on this fucking situation. But this the end of the video, man. You ain't gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if it's someone if you're new, and I'm out.